Hey, you guys. I'm posting these today. I was going to do these tomorrow or later in the week, but we were going to go out and go see the Avengers, and it's just sold out all over town and way into the night and crazy. So we got tickets for tomorrow. We're going to see it in IMAX 3D, which will be cool. And but I have some time, so I figured I'd put some more Twisted Metal movies up for the lost movies that didn't make it into the final product. These movies, these are Mr. Grimm's 1 and 2. This would have been his first inning, which you'll see first, and then you'll see that which would have been, I think, his second or third inning. I don't remember at this point which one where it was going to go. But these movies, I think, will prove very much that we were trying to do more of the Twisted Metal 2 meets live action. And these were ones that, a lot of people have written me on YouTube and on the blog and said, hey, I don't know what you mean, when they would have gotten all, dolled up with post effects, your fear of the cheese wasn't there. These were some of the ones that I think were more worrisome. And look, I mean, you can tell, I mean, it's intentional, that we're trying to push it a little bit and be fun with it, like the end of this movie you're about to see with Calypso on the screen. And in fact, both Calypsos, Thank You for Playing Twisted Metals, that you'll see in these are totally meant to be silly and fun, kind of like, Calypso hanging on the back of an airplane wing in Twisted Metal 2 with Shadows ending. It's just that when you do it live action, again, like I said in my previous post, if you don't have all that support around you, visual support and sort of just presentation support and intention that's clear, which was really my fault as a writer of these, if you don't know, if the audience isn't with you with sort of the intent, it comes off like Power Rangers. So, but I still think these are really great. So you'll see some red text and stuff explaining some more of stuff that won't make sense without it. And I hope you guys are doing well. And I hope if you've seen the Avengers, you dug it. I hear really great things. I'm excited. I'll let you know what I think if you're interested on my Twitter. And I'll see you guys around. Talk to you soon.
It was over. The enemy had been destroyed. The contest had ended. Now there was only one thing left. It was time to honor my father. It was time to see Calypso. Tonight, I would pay my final respects. I don't know why I felt so compelled to risk my life, to try the stunt, to do what he never could. Maybe it's because he died before I could make him proud of me. Well, tonight all that was going to change. Calypso would deliver. He would make me somebody. He would make my dad proud.
Hell of an entrance. I'm sure your father would be very proud.
The stunt that killed my father. It's impossible, isn't it? I've checked. Every angle, every approach. It's just too far of a leap for a bite to make. But you can help me, can't you? I want you to give me a cycle that can make it over those buses. I want you to help me do what my father never could. I want to make him proud of me.
Mr. Grimm. I know what it's like to need a father's love, to yearn for daddy's approval. I am only too happy to be of service, sir. Your wish is granted.
I had never seen a bike like it. It seemed almost alive, like it had a soul of its own. Calypso said it had been brought together, assembled from the cycles of history's greatest daredevils. They had all met their deaths, like my dad, pushing the limits. And now it seemed like they were all here, like they were actually part of the bike itself. It seemed what they said about Calypso was true. He could do anything.
The jump is impossible, Mr. Grimm. But not for this bike. This bike will make the jump. I guarantee it.
Let's do the damn thing.
The lights, the crowds, the smells, gasoline and popcorn, motor oil mixed with cotton candy. It was like being a boy again, but this time, I was the star. In the moment, I was no longer afraid. I was ready. My father is here with me, watching me. Dad, this is for you.
And then it all went silent, and I just knew. I knew the bike, like Calypso had guaranteed, was going to make it. Me, on the other hand, it was a perfect landing for the bike. The bike had made it over those buses, every single one, just like Calypso had promised. But now it's clear that he never intended for me to go along for the ride. That bastard had given me exactly what I asked for.
This bike will make the jump. I guarantee it.
And it was all my fault. So this is what dying is like.
Dad?
Oh, Mr. Grimm, I'm happy to be of service. And as always, I thank you for playing Twisted Metal.
It was over. The enemy had been destroyed. The contest had ended. Now there was only one thing left. It was time to honor my father. It was time to see Calypso.
But I knew I had to be smart. I wasn't going to let him twist my words around like I heard he did with so many other winners. I was going to get what was mine.
Mr. Grimm, hell of an entrance. I'm sure your father would be very proud.
I want to see my dad again, Calypso. But I want you to bring him to me. Today, in my time.
Your wish is granted.
Oh, Mr. Grimm, be grateful. You have no idea how hard it is to dig up a body that's been buried for 20 years.
Hey, boss! You got him!
Let alone try to figure out how to make that body drive a car. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
My name is Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal.